Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be starting Gone Home. If you watched my last playthrough of What Remains of Edith Finch, I heard that this game is similar to that game in the sense that you walk around the house and it's a story being told to you. I didn't hear that part. I might have to read the story or the story might be told to you, but I heard that it is very similar to Edith Finch. And I just finished it last night and I platinumed it last night. So I want another game that's similar to it, and this was already in my brother's library on his PlayStation, so I was like, cool, I don't even have to buy it. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and play this. We are gonna also play Firewatch, but that one's $20, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit, okay? First thing I'm gonna do is I want to no. Oh, there we go. I want to turn the music off because copyright. Gameplay, what? Yeah, we're just gonna leave everything on the way it is. Okay. Graphics. Well, we're just gonna leave everything the way it is. Alright. I'm really excited. But yeah, I really, really, really loved Edith Finch. It was a super short game, which I think this one is also a super short game. But I'm really excited because I feel like I'm gonna eat this up the way that I ate Edith Finch up, you know? Oh, hey, yo.
Hi, Mom.
The game.
So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so love you. See you soon. Bye.
I also don't know what this or Firewatch is about. I wanted to go in blind just like I did for Edith Finch. So. Christmas duck. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna take this with me. Can I take it with me? I'll just leave it there for now. Ooh, house key. I have my passport. It's my passport. I got it on my Europe trip. This is my boarding pass back from my year in Europe. Okay. That's a random place to keep the house key though. That's weird. Read invoice. 1287 Harvard Drive, Forest Grove, Oregon. 97116. Telephone 756-8302. Fax 756-8698.
Dear Katie,
Oh.
so much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house. I'm at a new school. And my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't feel real. But I'm not gonna let it faze me. I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal. Just like I was talking to you.
Okay. So the story's being told to you through journals. That's what I'm getting. Okay. So we can just grab stuff. Stephen King. Is there anything in this box? No. Okay, so we can just grab stuff for no reason. Okay, I'm going to assume this is not a scary game. Because Edith Finch wasn't a scary game. Katie's departure, 7/6/94.
Sam. Sam. Hello? Sam!
Sam.
Where are you? Really? I need to talk to you. Please be there. Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
Okay, son. Sam, Daniel from the old neighborhood called. He wants to come see the new house. Call him back. Mom, Daniel is a total weirdo. The only reason I ever hung out with him in the first place is he had a Nintendo when we were little. So that's me, that's Sam, Mom, and the dad. Okay, so they have been gone for a while because those messages are old. Seems like, because she just got the message that she's coming home. Jesus. Directions to work from new house. Left on... Oh, this is directions. Whatever. Okay. So we're gonna go over here first. Ooh, another one. We hope that you are as excited about your first day. You were talking? Okay. We hope that you are as excited about your first day at Goodfellow High School as we are. Please be sure to bring the following with you on your first day of classes so that you can get into the right swing of things. One sturdy folder with pockets for each of your 6 class periods, one lined notebook. I don't think I have to read the whole thing.
Oh my god. You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school, and there I am, introducing myself to the class. And I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House girl. Great.
Okay. Hi, Mom, Dad, it's Sam. I'm in Paris. I have done many Parisian things, including... That was very rude, I was reading. Including eating Le Petit Déjeuner. Okay? And wearing a beret. I'm going to have lots of film to develop when I get back. Sam, I'm bringing you back something from the Shakespeare Book Company, since you are my favorite sister. Love you all, Katie. Weird. Wait, I can't put this in my backpack? Oscar Mason, 60, of Boone County, died peacefully last month in his home. Mr. Mason was born on September 8th, 1933. Alright, sorry y'all, I had to get closer. Okay, so Mr. Mason was born on September 8, 1933, in the house that would be his home for the rest of his life. He attained his degree in pharmacy at a young age and returned to Boone County to practice. He quickly became a well-loved figure at the center of the community. In the decades preceding his passing, he was seldom seen outside his home. A service will be held this Sunday at the First Methodist Church at 1 p.m. at the All Are Welcome. His survivors includes his nephew, Terrence Greenbear, as well in spirits the people of Boone County to whom he provided wellness and comfort. Damn. I don't know, that was so hard to read. Is this Sam? Oh, I can crouch.
Flood conditions are expected at lower elevations.
Okay. I'll come back into this room. I just wanted to turn that TV off. But I kind of want to go in order, like the doors in order of... I heard this isn't a scary game. Okay, I googled it. It said it's not a scary game, but I kind of don't trust it. If you guys know me, y'all know I cannot do scary video games. Benjamin Allman, The Killing of JFK, a theory. You've seen the movie, discover the truth. A superb work of speculation plotted with an amazing skill in showing a level of magnetic artistry not usually present in such academic pieces. A thrilling theory. I couldn't put this down. An important new look at the circumstances surrounding one of the greatest tragedies of our time. Okay. Pioneer CLD D703 combination. Okay. They say that a jack of all trades is a master of none. I have to disagree. Mastery is not a question of specialization, but sureness of the purpose, dedication to craft. If you happen to be in the market for a combination LDCD player, you'll be glad to know that Pioneer seems to share this particular. What's that question mark? Can I open it? Okay, I'm gonna put it up here, because I might be able to. Oh, I can't read that. John Russell opened his eyes and saw them, the stars twinkling as if he were lying on the grass in his family's yard in Massachusetts. Even though that place was a million miles away. No, he blinked the sleep from his eyes, looking through the carbon-reinforced safety glass. Okay. Oh, there's more? John Russell's head swam. He felt incredibly drunk. Despite not having touched a drop in hours, he vomited onto his feet. His bare feet. He started for a moment, processing his sick flexed toenails, scanning up his bare shins, bare knees. He was completely naked. He looked up and met the eyes of a gorgeous blonde woman wearing a tight polymer fiber tunic. Then fabric that strained at the seams to contain her generous bosom was emblazoned. Okay, I'm not very good at reading out loud. Y'all know this. With the phrase matter transference operator. Then he passed out. John Russell crossed the gap in time. Only message has passed before, but now, man, they needed him now more than ever. Changing the past was no longer good enough. The instructions form of the council has been clear. What to procure, what to construct from it, how to assemble it. So he made the machine how to transport bodily across time. Okay. Well, why did they crumble this up? That's what I want to know. I want to know why it was crumbled up. Is that the combination not on this paper? No. Electric inspection form. Terrence, okay. Wiring in the house is technically up to safety and apparent requirements. However, multiple layers of wiring have been added into structure over the last 100 years. System is frequently unpredictable. Lights blink out for no clear reason. Pressure on floorboards and door frames disrupt the circuits wired directly behind the surface. Properly reworking the electrical system would be highly destructive to the walls, floor, and fixtures of the structure. After discussion with Mr. Greenbrier, since there are no current safety concerns, issue will not be addressed. I need to get better at reading out loud. It's kind of embarrassing, to be honest. I'm 25 and I can't really read out loud like a normal person. No, I do not want to close that door. I just hope we don't accidentally run into my family's dead bodies. Ugh. Dear Terrence, David asked me to write you regarding the reviews you've been submitting on our last few months. Frankly, they're becoming more trouble than they're worth from the editing standpoint. There's a word limit. It's your job to stay under it, not mine to cut back to it. Even then, it's becoming harder than harder to weed out tangents and non-sequentials from the usable copy without having heavy rewrites. The readers of Home Theater Aficionado want to hear about the quality and value of the hardware, not reminiscence on your childhood. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be writing this letter. I'd just be cutting you loose. There's a ton of guys half your age who would take half your rate to write stuff I could actually use. But David's known you for a long time and he's the boss, so I'm giving you one more shot on his say-so. You should write him a nice note thanking him for his patience and generosity. Look through your old stuff and start submitting reviews like that again. Then everybody will be happy. Oh, 0451. I'm coming. Hell yeah. 0451. Yes. Dear Mr. Mason, please find enclosed your original documents and a typed copy for your records. The notarized copy has been filled at our offices. Thank you for entrusting our firm with this important matter. Oh, fuck. There's so much. Okay, I can't read these last two. I can't read cursive. I can kind of write cursive, but I can't really read it. 1. Oh, I, Oscar Mason, possessing full competence of mind and memory, and after full survey of valued items to my name, do hereby declare this document my last will and testament. The following shall hold true upon my passing. 1. I declare that I am a lifelong resident of Boone County, that I am unmarried and have no children. 2. I declare that I have no outstanding debts to my name to any creditors, living or dead. 3. I do hereby bequeath every item of value of which I may die possessed, including the dwelling and surrounding across located at Arbor Hill, as well as any and all personal property and moneyed accounts, to my nephew, Terrence I. Greenbrier, Jr. of Ellis County. In the event that I, Terrence L. Greenbrier, that said Terrence, should predecease me, then in an event the bequest shall fall the same bequeathed to his children as ordered by age and competence as stewards of the estate. I subscribe my name to this will this 13th day of August 1973. Okay. So basically, if he dies, either this girl or the other one gets stuff from the will. The thunderstorm is kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. It'd be going off at like the worst possible moment. A stranger under my roof. The teen years are fraught with change of all types. Physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. But these changes don't affect your teen. Your teen's turbulent years are a challenging for parents as well. Maybe the biggest challenge you've yet faced since having children. This book holds insights into your teen's behavior from the very beginning, as he or she first enters adolescence, up through the end of the teen years, as he or she enters young adulthood. Okay. I feel like I'm missing a lot, but like we're probably gonna end up coming back into these rooms anyways, because we're probably gonna have to. One, to find out how to open this thing, because there has to be a way to open it. And then I think there's something important about this, so we're probably gonna end up having to come back here. So I'm gonna leave all of these doors open and the lights on, just so that I know that I'm gonna have to go back into that certain room. We're gonna turn on all the lights. Yeah, that might get us copyrighted, so we're gonna not do that for that long. Oh, I thought I could turn those off. The X-Files. Well, it's up to... Gonna throw that away. Okay, something tells me one of these are gonna end up being watched, because I think we're gonna have to find a DVD player. Sam thought this might help. Feeling lonely? It's a piece of cake to make friends. Never worry again about having friends to spend time with. This book will teach you to make friends even when you're shy.
You know that feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them? Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk, but sometimes I see her in this, like, army uniform, and she's always drawing in this notebook, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, like, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
I'm assuming you like Street Fighter? Oh, maybe that's the girl in that picture, the army picture that I saw. 8/15/94. Hi Terry, enclosed. Please find a Pioneer CLD 703 unit with the remote and cable. We need half-page review for the October issue. So that gives you about 2 weeks to get us a copy for the edit. Standard stuff like you give us on the CLDD 502. It's a combi player, so check its CD playback with a few discs as well as laser discs, and they want us to definitely hit a signal to noise ratio, a Toslink stuff for high-end buyers. Looking forward to your take on it. Enjoy the unit. And there's nothing in there. Of course. That'll be way too easy. Okay. The Heaven? Kevin? Tevin? Whatever that says. At the edge of the world. Samantha Greenbrier. Grandes. The story. The Turtle People. Part 1. Captain Aladra. Oh my god. Looked off at the ocean. It went on forever. Or so it seemed. Someday she would find the edge and get to the paradise there. Then she heard a cannon fire. Boom! It was the black pirate ship, she yelled. I thought we lost them at Horse Island. The first mate said, look, like you thought too soon. The black ship came up along the side. Captain Black himself came out on the deck of the black ship. He yelled to Captain Allegra, "You're never gonna find the edge. That ain't no paradise, and your father lied to you. We're a liar." Captain Allegra yelled back, "Then why don't you keep following us, you imbecile?" Oh, wow. That's kind of mean. The first mate yelled back, "We'll stop you, Captain Black. We'll find the edge of the world, and you'll see father was no liar." The battle kept going under Captain Allegra's ship. Got away, now west, she said, and the ship sailed towards sunset. We're either gonna find part 2 or that story's just unfinished. Ah. I almost forgot this drawer. Bratmobile. I could have forgotten it. Did I open this already? Yeah. What is this? Oh, coaster. Okay. Oh my god, if I don't accidentally stop hitting the wrong buttons. Okay. See me. Okay. No, because I don't want to get copyrighted, but I feel like I'm gonna have to. Okay. That's enough. I think I can play. I think that's how it works. I can play a little bit of it and be fine. I just can't play a lot of it. I write to inform you that unfortunately Mercury Books will be unable to publish your follow-up to The Accidental Paria. Despite the low sales of The Accidental Savior, we went ahead with publication of the second book in hopes of John Russell series catching on. However, okay, so what I read over there is from her book. Okay, however, sales of the second book have been in fact lower than those of the first, and our stewardship of the series must end here. It has been a pleasure working as your publisher, and we wish you and John Russell the best in your future endeavors. Okay, so we were reading the book. I guess she was writing. I think the mom was writing the book. Alright, let me read this. Reproductive System Worksheet 6. Directions. Below are 2 stories. The events are out of order. Get a sheet of lined paper. Write Reproductive System Worksheet number 6 at the top. Then choose one of the two stories, A or B, to rewrite. Begin with title and your name. Find a topic sentence to begin your paragraph. Put the sentences in chronological order. Make sure the last sentence is good concluding statement. Reproductive System Worksheet 6. The Menstrual Cycle, a novella. The early morning of September 1st, 1939, Essa Glatz stares out of the window of the train as it travels from Vienna back to her home village of Wayland in Poland. As the train rumbles along and the sun rises over the countryside, she can only think of her dear Borislav, the boy she is engaged to, wed. Meanwhile, deep within her guts, an oven starts to develop. As a train approaches its destination, her heart races, the lining of her uterus is getting thick and soft. As Essa steps off of the train, her eyes dart quickly across the gathered crowd. Then there, her dear Boris, still in his baker's smock. He must have dropped his early morning duties at his father's shop to come meet her. Aww. Her heart skips a beat. The ovary releases the oven. Is that what it says? Oven? Or ovum? What does that say? Okay, I don't know. I don't know what that says. It travels through the fallopian tube, over the wheezing of the train engines, and deep hum grows. It's coming from the sky. Dark shadows pass over the station, a whistling sound. Essa, her thoughts only a second faster. Then the bomb reaches out towards her dear Boris across the crowd. Their eyes lock for a moment, freezes, then the flash, and smoke envelops him almost instantly. Did she just blow them up? In the assault by the German forces. What the hell? This has nothing to do with the assignment. In the assault by the German forces, almost 75% of the people in her hometown are killed. The rest, including Essa and, for a time, Borislav, huddled in a half-destroyed church. He is blind. His legs are missing, bandaged with torn bed sheets. Essa's egg will not be meeting his sperm. Oh my God. About 2 weeks later, Boris loses his grip on life. Essa has given up her rations to keep Boris alive, but in the end, nothing can save him, since the lining of the uterus is not needed for pregnancy. It comes out through the vagina. This Essa vows to survive. She sets out to join the Polish resistance as a daring spy and sabotage. Starts developing one of the ovaries, and the process begins again. It is incredible how the female body knows how to prepare for pregnancy. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, that was awesome. Give her a publishing deal. Oh. Hi, Lonnie. So if you wanted to come over to my house still this afternoon, that would be cool. I can drive. It's kind of far, but I can drive you home too. So hopefully That's fine. Right back and leave this in my locker if you still want to. And we can meet in the parking lot after 6, Samantha. Yeah, I am totally in. See you there. Then I'm gonna kick your butt. Get ready.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Nice. Katie, please, whatever you found, don't tell Mom and Dad. The attic. Huh. Oh, I need to find a key. Oh, this is exciting. I love when things are locked and I have to go find a key. As if I've played these games a lot. Oh, there's a door in here. I didn't notice. Oh, it's a bunch of her books that never sold. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I mean, not gonna lie, when I was reading that paper that was describing the book, it didn't really sound that good. I'm sorry. I hate that so much. I also need to stop closing doors. Hello? Let me go turn on this light. Dear Sam? Dan? Jan? Okay. It's so good to hear from you again. All this new house business sounds like quite the adventure. Remember the little down room we shared freshman year? Oh, dorm room we shared freshman year when we were miserable, fantasizing about our own dream homes. I always said I wanted a mansion. You said you just wanted a house in the woods. Look who got both. Somebody up there likes you. I could use some of that magic. Send me some lotto numbers. I'll play them. Seriously? Is that what it says? Seriously? But I shouldn't be complaining about this good old splits level we've had since Bob got transferred to Winnipeg. We just got new vinyl siding. Okay. Jealous yet? Let me know if you ever want to trade places. So, how are the girls doing? How's Katie felt on her big European adventure yet? Speaking of jealous, right back soon. I miss you, Rumi. Carol. Yeah, see, I can't really read cursive, but I was able to read that a little bit. Oh, I didn't open these doors in the other ones over there. There's never anything on the side, but watch. Like, the one time there's gonna be something inside is when I'm not gonna end up looking at it. I already opened this, I believe, right? Yeah. Okay. That one's locked too. Controlled burn schedule for Boone County. Boone County plumes of smoke will rise above the northeastern region of Boone County over the better part of next week as part of a forestry service run controlled burn of outgrown sections of the Flintlock National Forest. Forestry crews have been preparing the area for months. The burn operation will take place between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, possibly Thursday into Thursday, depending on speed of progress, according to the Forestry Service. In addition to removing dead and overgrown vegetation that can lead to wildfires in drier months, the operation will serve as a valuable training tool for the forestry of fighting personnel involved and senior conservationist Janice Greenbrier. Smoke will likely linger in the area throughout the following weekend. Notice of temporary personal transfer. Hold on. To aid the upcoming prescribed burn operation, a ranger with expertise in the procedure is being transferred the station at Flintlock National Forest, effective 9/2/94. Please see attached personal file. I don't think there's anything important.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
Okay. Sam, stop leaving every light in the house on. You're just as bad as your sister. Daniel called again. He wants his Nintendo game back. Hold on, I'm not coming here first. Whatever. Okay. Oh no, it's just Nintendo. Chun-Li moves. Oh, Street Fighter. Combination, okay. Sam, I think a creative writing track would be perfect for you. Okay. 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 The King's Labyrinth, Chapter 2. Captain Allegra, still in her flowing skirts and sturdy jerkin, descended the single shining thread into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and the first mate, on their own now, grew closer to their goal, the throne room of the dead immortal king of the island. The first mate slid down of the line onto the stone floor. She swept chalky bone dust from the front of her canvas trousers and looked up at Allegra. The silken thread, nigh unbreakable thanks to enchanted moths that inhabited the island, trailed behind, leading their way back to the entrance. From further into the labyrinth, a moaning began to echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer. It turned into words from some ancient language they could not understand. The king's cursed voice, the hairs on Captain Allegra's arms stood on end. She looked back at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked on the blackness of the passage for a moment too long. Before noticing the captain's gaze, the first mate nodded slightly ahead. Following the king's ghostly song deeper and deeper into the labyrinth, they come upon a rocky gap spilling forth otherworldly blue light. The great basin of the king's throne room lay below. Skeletal in rotted robes, the king was hunched over the blue orb, topping his royal scepter. Shadows of his bony fingers danced on the walls like gulls. As he sang, wailing souls flowed in one by one through the cracks of the cave walls, pulled onto the orb, causing it to glow brighter and brighter. Behind the king, a long staircase hemmed from rock led into chamber from passage at the top. Allegra said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I will draw his attention, and then you..." But the first mate interrupted. "No, I am the smaller and quicker, and you know of dealing with mystic energies like these. I will circle to the other side, get the king's attention, and lead him on a mercy chase." She held up the silk line, all traced by the invincible thread, of course. Allegra said, "It's a good plan, but perhaps we should go together." The first mate shook her head. "You know this is our best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged 3 tight squeezes, their palms growing warm. The first mate, the shining thread to the belt of her trousers, gave a quick salute and dash. Okay. Allegra waited, staring vigilantly across the top of the stairs where the first mate was to appear. The king continued his wait. No. The singing stopped. The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out, to do anything to stop the first mate from running ahead first into danger. She tried tugging the line to sign her. No use. The king's nearly at the top of the stairs when the first mate burst to the passageway. She skidded to a stop even from across the yawning basin. Allegra could see the first mate's eyes grow wide. She turned and ran, summoning his undead power. The king left the ground in levitating, gliding behind her with distressing speed. From some dank passage much too far away, Allegra heard the first mate scream. She was already running towards the sound. The line of Allegra's went taut, then shuddered. It fell to the flagstone floor as Allegra ran to gather the line, twisting it around her arm. She came to its end. The unbreakable thread dangled limply, its end shredded and frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran. Well, that took me forever to read. I'm gonna have to end this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell button so you're notified every time I upload a new video, and I will see you guys in the next one.